Welcome back to Richdiet Podcast, the platform that enriches the culture. And today we came different because we all dripped up in some varsity jackets. Everyday hustle.
Together we're better.
You know what I'm saying? Hustle.
Every day.
Hustle.
Every day. Not sometimes.
Every day.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Thanks for these jackets, bro.
Yeah, man.
These
Thank
are
you.
some fly jacket. Today we have a special guest. He is my brother, first and foremost.
Not from another mother.
Not
Your
from
actual
another mother.
brother.
Exactly. Blood.
You
know what I'm saying?
He's my brother from another mother.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? All the way from ATL.
Yep.
He is a full-time dad, a full-time hustler,
Yep.
full-time content creator,
Yep.
full-time businessman.
Entrepreneur, yep.
Entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
A man that wears many hats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Adam Ali, welcome to the Rich Diet Podcast.
Welcome.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for opening up this space on a weekend.
Of course.
Weekend.
Of
I know
course.
y'all-
Every day, man. Hustle.
Every day, you know?
hustle,
It doesn't matter what day it is.
Exactly. So I appreciate to be here once again. It's been a
Course.
while.
Yep,
It's been about a
yep.
year.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I'm excited for today's dialogue.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
In the city for 36 hours, punching in here. Talk.
In and out.
Yeah, in and out.
in
Doing
and
some
out.
work and leaving.
When's the last time you seen this guy?
Probably a year.
A year ago,
Yeah,
right?
I
The
know he
last-
came last time, not too long ago, but I don't think I was around to try to come meet up with you guys. I don't know where I was, maybe showings or something.
Busy, yeah.
Yeah, but then and you were here quick too, I think. Oh no, you guys we went to a wedding. That's it.
Yeah. We
So
went
you guys
to a
weren't even
wedding.
here that long, anyway. So
I actually went to a
Yeah.
wedding last night too.
Yeah, I
man.
seen
I've been
that.
going to a lot of weddings, bro.
I seen
Getting
that.
wedding fever over here.
You like wedding food?
It was good. It was
Yeah.
actually pretty good yesterday. Yeah, they had
Yeah.
like a good selection. You
Yeah,
know.
man.
Talk about wedding. When's the next one? You know?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can tag along.
When is the next wedding?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who you tell me?
You the one that's gonna get married.
Let's do the Spider-Man effect.
Yeah.
You're it.
Shoot. Yeah.
Man, at the end of the day, it's good to have a little ceremony with the guys, with your
course.
significant other.
Of course. But do you think you need to get do you think you need to have a big fancy wedding?
It depends. I think it's a show, right? For specifically
family.
ran by the woman.
Yeah.
It really depends. I know some women who are not about that.
Yeah.
That show,
Yeah.
right? I think initially, even with my situation, we were more focused on getting a house, which
Yeah.
we did. So like that was never, a lot of times the woman is pressing you about the ceremony wedding. My situation, there was no pressure about that. It was just more about like the house.
Yeah.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like a hustle thing.
Yeah.
So
but that's great.
It
though. Yeah.
really depends. It's great to some people based off
Yeah.
of your values. It may not be great for other
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
It's pretty subjective.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I think
That's
it's
true.
pretty subjective. I don't think you need to have.
I'm pretty sure in your culture, being Lebanese, is very
Yeah,
priority to have
it
that
is, but
ceremony.
it doesn't have to be lavish or extravagant. Just a nice little dinner party. As long as there's
Everyone
music and
always
food,
says
that's
that.
It.
We want to do something simple, but
Yeah.
once you go in it,
Yeah, you get in it.
Go in it. You really go
the
in it.
pockets start getting hit from many
Yeah,
angles,
deeper,
and
deeper. Yeah.
yeah, bro, it
Yeah.
always adds up.
So, what do you think is average cost for a wedding? That makes sense.
It really depends, man, on your income, really. I think it goes based off of your income, family size.
Yeah.
Again, it's just too subjective.
I'll tell you this, like the amount of weddings I filmed, bro, the amount of money they spend
Yeah,
is
like 40, 50K minimum.
100,
100K.
100,
Minimum.
150.
I believe that.
And I'm like, oh my God, you could have bought like
insane.
a bunch of pre-constructions, or you could have bought, that's how I look at it, right? And then it's like, but if you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It
bro.
Yeah, I think the main thing, if I were to give an advice, would be both parties need to truly be madly in love with one another and want that for each other. A lot of times it feels like maybe the man, like there's just too much pressure on the man and he just wants to make her happy.
Yeah.
But like he personally doesn't want this. right?
Yeah.
I feel like both parties just gotta really want to celebrate this
yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just all in.
Yeah.
The energy, the frequency just gotta match. Because if one side is just feeling the pressure, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
But do you think that having a wedding is something like a life bucket list thing? Like
It's a bucket. It's a human experience,
Like
but
an
at the
achievement,
same
you mean?
time,
Yeah.
nothing changes really. Like
Yeah.
the reality is, it's one day, and
Yeah.
whether there's witnesses and how many. You go back to your normal ways after that day.
Yeah, back to
the work
the
has to
regular
be
grind.
done well before
Yeah.
this one day.
Yeah.
Because you will go back to your default
life.
state.
Yeah.
Right. This one day is not going to change, and that's the lie that a lot of people think, that this is it.
Right.
But your personality that you've been carrying for the last 20,
Yeah.
30 years will overpower that one night.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
But
it's subjective.
I think the worst part too about weddings is that like people go to the weddings to judge the wedding, right? Like, cause then they'll like all the shit talking that happens after, you know, oh, they could have done this, or they should have done this, or they this and that, and I would have done this, and I would have, and everybody has an opinion of something. That's the part that's like why I wouldn't want to do that, because it's like,
that.
why are you coming to the wedding if you're gonna
To
talk
judge,
shit?
yeah,
You know
to
what I
talk
mean?
shit.
Like, just come and enjoy the thing. Whether this is what we could afford, this is what we could do. If you
Just
want
come
to
and
come
have
here,
a celebration,
right?
yeah.
If you had something better and you wanted to pay for it for me, hey,
by all means.
let me know.
But I've heard another perspective that most of the times, or most of the couples put together a wedding so they can make money.
Yes,
You
in
know
some
what I'm
cultures,
saying?
yeah, because they get a booster or like
People
whatever.
usually pay.
Yeah.
You know,
they get a little extra.
Help the union
Yeah,
ship with like
yeah.
It's never a surplus. It's usually
Yeah.
to offset the
That's
day
right.
of.
the day of.
Right.
That's right.
No, but I've heard some weddings where it's surplus. Like
Yeah,
you
because
go to
people
those-
they have rich
Yeah, I
people.
think
that's
that
what I'm
comes with the
saying.
network
Yeah.
that you have.
Yeah.
It's really based off of the network.
that rich
I think
diet
a lot-
wedding, baby.
A lot of time people are doing it so that people can cover the dinner, like, you know, your
Yeah.
$150 or
Dinner.
$200.
Yeah, plate.
Yeah.
plate.
But yeah, you in the right, I don't even want to say the right, if you are in certain type of networks, then yeah, it can be potentially a surplus, but I wouldn't bank on that.
I think I would want to set up my wedding to be some sort of
To try to get a surplus.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you're gonna have to invite like millionaires.
Hey, that's the rich diet vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think
Damn.
that's the
Well, then yeah, you gotta start building that network, that friendship, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
the authentic relationship, right?
Yeah.
Like, would you?
yeah, for sure.
That's funny.
That's funny, right? I'm not trying to make it seem transactional. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you're coming to my wedding. It's like buying a booth at
How much
at
are you
at
bringing?
Rebel.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost you $1,500. Just you and your
Listen,
date.
honey, this wedding is a hustle.
It's a hustle.
The whole marriage is a hustle.
Yeah.
It's a hustle. Everyday hustle, man.
Every
Every
day.
day, okay?
All of
Starts
it.
today.
Nah, so-
Sign these papers and
man.
take this ring.
Talking about everyday hustle, bro.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is everyday hustle? Explain that to us.
What do you mean? Everyday hustle is. Let me tell you something that I remember hearing, and it always kind of stood for me. And it's probably not. Well, let me just say this. Joel Santana said something in a song one time. He's like, "Take a day off and you slipping," and it just stood in my head for like forever. I remember hearing that like 20 years ago. So that has always been something
Yeah.
that just resonated with me. And even before I launched my first brand, which is I Won't Lose, I actually had Everyday Hustle, youtube.com/Everyday Hustle. But I just never launched that. I just like the I Won't Lose brand because I go under Adam Won't Lose.
Right.
But when I Won't Lose, I phased it out back in, I don't know, 2014.
Yeah.
Because I was not in the personal training space anymore or the motivational speaking space anymore. I remember that I had Everyday Hustle. So it was like almost like,
Yeah, like
you
a
know,
Kickstarter. Like
yeah, like
I
I parked it years before
yeah.
and like I brought it to life in 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, Everyday Hustle to me is just showing up with enthusiasm, no matter how you feel, and you know, moving the needle bit by bit, every single day.
Yeah.
Not sometimes, not based off of how you feel, not your mood. You're moving the needle, and yeah, it's just something. It's just is it motto? Your motto? My
Yeah,
motto
your
for
motto.
life.
Yeah.
Really. I remember even when I'm sick, I've been sick, and I'm still like trying to do something.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to make something happen.
Yeah. Make
Yeah.
every day count. Be
I thought
productive.
I thought it was from Rick Ross, Hustle.
Oh,
Not at
yeah.
all. Not at all. There's
Not
no
Joe
shade to.
Santana.
No,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
not no shade to him because he's definitely a hustler.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
But it had nothing to do with Rick Ross or anything at all.
True.
Shout out to
Interesting.
Future and what's his name, Metro, for the Everyday Hustle track.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that
That's
song?
a big
Yeah,
song.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
that song.
yeah.
I had like 100 people message me that the morning that song came out.
Right?
And I was like, yo, I gotta do a music promo to this.
You gotta do promo to that. Yeah, no, that's for sure. Everyday hustle is I feel like it's a mind state. You know, it's a thing that you gotta just embed in your drive and just
Yeah.
gotta keep going at it.
Yeah, which became the foundation to my men's grooming line. All my products are designed for man on the go. So my beard oil, like the unique proposition to my beard oil, is that it's spray. Unlike 95% of the other beard oils, is where you gotta like it's a dropper usually.
Yeah, it's a syringe
you gotta
sort of
put,
thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta put it in your hand, push it
Massage,
up. You know, so your
yeah.
hands are all messy, greasy. This is designed like spray,
Yeah.
comb, go.
And that's the beard oil that you brought us today.
Yeah, so
Can
yeah.
you show it on the camera?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Catch it, Amazon, Walmart, Etsy, TikTok, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Jeez, everyday hustle.
Every
Yeah, so
day.
even my
The beard oil.
this summer I launched a sunscreen. It's
Oh,
a stick.
Nice.
So again,
Nice.
men, I
Yeah.
don't like to like put sunscreen. A lot of us can't even reach
Yeah.
backwards. Like we got muscles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So mine's like a stick, and it's easy to glide and
Smart,
go.
smart.
Again, mess free, hands free.
Yeah.
So yeah, all my products are designed for men on the go.
What about
aka
you
the
thinking
hustlers.
about armpits? Like what's it called?
Deodorant?
Deodorant.
No.
Eventually, no.
You know, when it comes to grooming, the possibilities are
It's
endless,
endless, yeah.
right? So it's just kind of what resonates with me.
Yeah.
And yeah, what I actually use. So it
Yeah.
never really struck me that I needed to create a deodorant.
Yeah.
But I am looking into the fragrance space.
Yeah, so-
creating
so-
a scent.
How was the process? Like, do you have to hire a scientist?
Yeah,
and,
chemist.
like,
Yeah,
or a
definitely had to
chemist?
go
Yeah.
through a chemist and come up with formulas. Lots of trials and errors. Yeah, lots of trials.
Yeah,
a lot of money
interesting.
being spent to
Yeah, of course.
send it and try it
And what kind of scents you picked? You just picked it like out of your own.
Yeah, so
selection?
originally, because we're from the East Africa,
Mm-hmm.
specifically Zanzibar, Tanzania, cloves is a prominent
Yep.
spice. I think if I'm not mistaken, they're the number one
Yeah, it's called
producers.
Clove Island, something like that.
Yeah, I think Zanzibar is one of the if not the number one
Mm-hmm.
producer of the spice cloves. So my first scent was cloves, but I loved it in the beginning. But then I realized like it was
strong.
very strong,
Yeah.
and I was seeing the feedback, which is important because sometimes we launch things that we like.
Yeah, of course.
But at the end of the day, the people are telling you what it
Yeah.
is. And I started seeing people saying like, yeah, this is bold. And even though I'm marketing it as bold, not everyone
Yeah.
can take that
Yeah,
boldness.
Yeah.
So yeah, I came up with another scent, more on the jasmine side,
Yeah.
but still manly.
Yeah.
And that has been my go-to scent right now. So I've
that's
pretty
awesome.
much been phasing out the cloves. I
Yeah.
actually have like the last inventory. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Have you
Yeah.
tried the beard oil?
To be honest, I haven't because the day you sent it to me, I literally stopped like growing my beard. So I'm like, I want to grow my beard out again. And I've just
Hey.
been trimming it, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess you could use it on short beards too. It doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah.
have to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I could try.
One of my
it.
newer products is beard pencil to fill up patchy
Oh,
areas.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
so
cool.
that's
That's cool.
I'll be using that too. As much
Yeah.
as like I look like I have a full beard. I have
Yeah.
some little patchy areas, typically like around here.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Just
Everyone
touch it
has,
very
yeah.
lightly.
Yeah.
And you just comb it. It looks very natural. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, listen, ladies are doing their thing.
Yeah,
They're
of
getting away
course.
with a whole lot of foolery. we could touch up a little bit, okay?
sure.
Yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure. Yeah, for sure.
You know, that's the thing. I feel like we have this this stigma that man should really like not take care
Yeah,
of
no one's
themselves
perfect,
and whatnot.
man. Yeah.
But it's like, as a man, you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
you
of
need
course.
to do face wash. You need to
Yeah.
do beard oils.
Yeah,
and, you
yeah.
know.
I got a
Sure.
question.
Yeah.
Okay, since we're talking about this topic right here, do you think? And this is no shade. Do you think, just from a cultural standpoint, that women are just getting more prettier, like we're just producing more prettier girls, or are they just getting better at doing makeup? Because I'm going on social media and it's just beautifuls after beautifuls, baddies after baddies. It's just like, what is going on? We're producing a lot of beautiful women that I don't think was happening back in the days.
AI is what's happening.
There's some AI, bro. I hate that.
AI is what's happening.
Not everything is AI, but there's
they
a
use
lot
it to their
of
advantage, right?
There's a lot of beautiful women out there now.
I think there's a lot of pretty women, but with social media and having access to like to see girls in every part, every region in the world, has almost confused us as a society. Like, wow, there's girls over there that are pretty. Back in the days when we didn't have social media and Instagram and whatever social media apps that we're using, we didn't see these people. We only seen the pretty girls in our high school, in our community centers, and that's all you knew. You knew about a handful at most, right?
Yeah, but even then, when you seen pretty girls back in the day, they were almost like an anomaly. Like they're like one-offs.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not judging people's I'm not saying people are ugly or not. But like you were very pretty and you stood out. But now there's a beauty standard now that a lot of women are matching.
Yeah. There is as well, but it's also too like the modification system of like, you know how every girl now, they're going to modify their face, they do Botox.
That's what I was going to say. Like, that's more accessible now. That's more and acceptable.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's a standard of how to look right now that everyone must achieve.
The Kardashian.
And if you have some natural beauty, then you pass that standard.
Yeah, exactly. So with the, enhancements of like, body features. Yeah.
Truthfully,
Botox.
Sometimes when I see girls before they do that and then after do that, I'm like, you look prettier way before you get the lip injection or the little fillers or whatever they're called, Botox and shit.
Yeah, Botox, literally.
I
was thinking about doing
tough
Botox.
being a woman because,
like
again, you're looking at other women. Now, because there are so many women out there, men are just more googly looking,
Yeah, of course.
So
crashing out.
Yeah. Crashing out. Wait, why did you say you were gonna do Botox?
I was thinking about doing Botox. Like, obviously, like not right now, but like down the road. In
like
terms
for
of
wrinkles and stuff.
Yeah, for wrinkles,
okay,
wrinkle lines and things, like just to keep my face like kind of like smooth and so on.
Bro,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, would the man judge me? I don't know. But you'd be surprised how many guys actually already do Botox.
Yeah, I know that.
It's funny, because I remember one of our guys, I won't mention, he's like, yo, you got all these wrinkles on your head, but I never thought about it, ever.
Yeah, I know.
And then he made me conscious about it. I didn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I just, But like, he made me conscious about it, but before that, I never ever thought about no damn wrinkles over my head, ever. So
it's just natural though. Like it's just us. It's what we do,
natural.
Man. Yeah.
But like I feel like once you get to a certain age, when the skin start to like kind of get a little bit aging, then it's acceptable to do it. Yeah. But like a lot of people want that plastic look like that, just like, you know what I mean, which is kind of excessive to me.
I think if you just eat healthy, drink water, work out.
Yeah.
You'll always stay young and feeling fresh.
Rich diet, baby. That lifestyle. Yeah.
Shout out to all the women out there who have adopted the workout lifestyle. I feel like that's been a positive pandemic of women now. Hitting the gym.
I think that's
outside, like really pushing that weight.
Big time.
I think that's another.
Sorry to interject there, but I feel like a lot of it comes from us in terms of heartbreak. Like they use that to become better.
To be motivated.
So shout out to y'all.
Shout out to them. Yeah. The everyday hustle girls.
This guy's doing everything hustle.
Hey man, the girls are hustling.
Bro, I just came back right now from getting my teeth whitened from. What's her name again?
Te amo.
Te amo. What a name.
Means love in Spanish.
Yeah, that's a nice name. Yeah. Te amo.
And she's a youngin'. She has her own establishment.
That's awesome.
I was like, this is dope. Yeah, these girls are hustling.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Leading on to that, which gender do you think is the prize, the woman or the man?
That's a very.
You said the prize?
Yeah. The prize.
Well, I want to hear your answer.
Definitely the woman.
The woman, okay.
Because she holds the birth of a child. Mm-hmm. Like a man could never. Well, I shouldn't say that or else we get canceled. Some men can't have can't have babies, right? Some men
throwing yourself under the bus, bro.
You don't even got to give that context, brother.
Honestly.
Just
men can't have babies, right? So it's like, you know, we'll never be able to experience that. Like you're literally giving. So I think if anybody takes the prize, it's got to be the female.
The female,
yeah, 100%. Because the man, yes,
let me give you my thought process, and maybe your 100% might shift. Okay, I used to say the exact same thing, that women are the prize, until very recently. My new consensus is that a good man is the prize, and my context behind that is there are just way too many good women out there, and far less good workable men. A lot of men are immature. We don't develop, fast enough. We're kids for too long. We still outside doing stupid stuff. Crashing out.
Yeah.
And women are dealing with this. So a good man who's willing to lead, which is an anomaly in our society now, because men are developed. It's already almost fact that we develop slower than women. And a lot of us continue to never develop.
Yeah.
Right. So I say a good man is the prize in this society.
I could see that.
Did that change? Did it shift?
It's not about shifting. It's just another way to look at it.
Yeah.
Because
I can see that.
Even when the prized woman finds a man, maybe he's not leading, he's not providing, he doesn't.
Okay. So the contrary to that is like, I could say, you're not gonna have a baby with just any woman. So both sides have prizes. So each side has to be equally
equally yoked. Yeah.
Right. Because if I'm not just gonna have a baby with I'm not gonna have a baby with a stripper, right? Or a baby with like a random girl or anything like that. So she's gonna have to be a prize, a catch as well. And obviously, yes, I have to be a catch for her as well, right? So I can see it on both sides.
Yeah, I just think there's far too many good women out there, and far less good men.
Yeah.
And where the good men are anomalies.
Kind of rare nowadays.
Rare that got it together. Like I said, women out here out hustling everything.
Yeah.
Really trying to figure things out. They got a good head. If they have dads, their dads, even moms pushing them to finish school most of the time. I'm sure women are finishing school
of course,
far more than
statistically. It's been like proven that women actually go to university, they finish, and they go through these majors and whatnot.
And I'm not saying school is the only right way to get it right.
Yeah.
But I just feel like at this moment in time, the right way women should be the prize, because even me as a dad, I don't like the word grooming, but like I protect my daughters so that they can have discernment when they grow up and be able to identify and be the prize like they should be.
Right.
But men are just developing.
Much slower.
Much slower,
I can
man.
definitely see that.
Even when you find a man who may have it, maybe he's doing well business wise, he's a piece of shit to all the women he meets. He's dealing with multiple women.
Well, what would you say would be the tick factor for that? Would it be like
tick factor? What does that mean?
Like a sense of like what ticks them off to be like not on point? Like, or is it because they know they have so much access to like different females? Man,
it's immaturity, brother.
Yeah.
It's just strictly immaturity.
So you're just assuming that every guy is immature?
A real man is able to how do you say that word? Compartmentalize their emotions. They're not just being googly-eyed, getting pulled by one woman over there. You gotta really be like a real man is laser focused.
We all know that women are emotion intelligent. Like they have that set skill. Man, we don't base our decision based off emotion. Half of the time we base it off.
We are very emotional.
Logic and
being
reason.
A gangster is already very emotional.
Really?
Gangsters are so emotional.
You
don't think gangsters are emotional? Everything they do is based off of emotions.
Yeah, but we're talking like. So I think when we're getting away from the emotion of like feelings of like the regular emotions of feeling sad. Needing, like wanting, those sort of emotions. Like a gangster is like That's more of an aggressive anger.
Those are all emotions.
Yeah. Just different types of emotions, right?
I think it's more of a pride thing. Like pride.
Egotistic.
Pride is an emotion.
Yeah. Right? I mean...
I think pride is more of a characteristic than an emotion.
Listen, men can be emotional too. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're right. How can you control
I think
your
you're
emotion?
looking at emotions as soft.
Yeah.
No. I'm not looking at it soft. I'm looking at it as like how it makes you feel. Like that's how emotions, like how you feel about something.
You're saying it in like in the idea of like if something were to happen, a man would be like, okay, let me not worry about like the emotional side of things. Let me fix this first, and then worry about it later, right?
Find the reason
find
by
logic.
logic.
Yeah.
As men, but women, when something happens, they reason by emotions.
Yeah.
Because they are emotionally
and panic
intelligent.
or whatever. Yeah.
You ever seen that meme that if a house is on fire, the reason why the woman and the child goes out of the room is so that the man can start thinking.
Yeah.
Because they're just gonna add more. They're gonna add more fuel to the situation by like making noise and crying and screaming. The man just wants y'all to leave.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I don't want women to think like they're gonna be like, oh, fuck you guys, fuck men ain't shit because we said that. It's not like if it's just what it is. It's just how we are. We're built differently.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer of like human nature.
Yeah,
I feel like
man
women
is
have a
man,
nature, a man has a nature.
Yeah,
that is like law.
Yeah,
universal
Yeah.
law. It can't be disputed.
It's in the animal kingdom. It's in.
Yeah, but like these people don't understand that. Like half of the people don't understand that. Like they're what's going on right now in their world is what they are comprehending on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And social media
doesn't help.
Does not help.
Yeah,
it influences people's like decision making and whatnot. Talk about social media. Do you think social media has an effect in people's relationships and their dynamic way to like have love?
Yeah, I can definitely co-sign this just off of my experience of recently. At first I don't want to say it's pride, but I had this outlook that I do social media, but it doesn't impact me. All men will always say this, or
you always say you threw the word pride in there.
Yeah, like it's a feeling.
Yeah. It's a fear. Yeah.
It's almost like a protection, a mechanism of just kind of like guarding yourself. Yeah. Nonetheless, forever I felt like I have a grip of the social media, even though I'm in it. It's not of me.
Yeah.
So, but it quickly did. It proved to me that social media does impact me in my outlook when it comes to like dating, relationships. And I'll give you an example. So I'm getting to know this woman. I'm sorry if you see this video right now. I've never talked about this. All right, if you see this, if you see this, this is the truth of why I went Casper, and it was all because of social media. She has multiple multiple kids, and I seen a meme that just changed my whole life.
Life is a meme, huh?
Yeah. I seen a meme that changed my life, and the meme said that there was two memes. Ironically, I seen back to back within like 2 days, and it completely shifted my outlook on this woman. And I just kind of I just took major steps back. I lunged back. The first meme was, "You could be anything in this world, but you chose to be her third baby daddy." And I saw that, and it was like a big warning sign. Imagine seeing that.
You chose to be anything in this world.
It's almost like Instagram like hears you, knows
right?
your situation.
So she has 2 baby daddies, and I see this. I'm like, I could be anything in this world, bro, and I'm really gonna step up. Baby daddy. I started rationalizing. I'm like, yo, that's true. That's
crazy.
That's crazy, right?
It's diabolical.
But if I never seen that, I'm not. I would maybe still engage. So I am. Social media did have an impact on me. Right. And the second one that I seen was, any man willing to be her third baby daddy is ready to crash out and he knows he's going to hell and he just doesn't give a shit about life. I'll send you the meme. I actually screenshot the meme and I seen that like 2 days after seeing that. I'm like, yeah, this is the sign.
These are like targeted to you, bro.
Bro, I seen that on Twitter. I screenshot it on Twitter and I was like, yeah, I can't. Like anytime I went around her, I just couldn't like take those damn memes out of my head, bro.
Ready to crash out.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying like I'm anything better because I have kids, so I'm obviously maybe I know for a fact a lot of women who don't have kids look at me like,
You know,
and I know this, right? Because
they're like, I'm about to be
they're gonna be the third baby mama,
baby number 2 till a man has 3 kids. So you know, so I'm that to other women as well.
Yeah.
Where I'm going with this is like, yo, people are going to look at things,
Yeah.
you know, how they want to look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, social media certainly has an impact on our outlook and our decision making and dating and relationships.
Yeah. Has it impacted you at all?
In a sense, yeah. Cause it's just like, I almost like for social media nowadays, like, I don't like to kind of like post my partner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cause I almost feel like I'm spoiling like the what I have going on. I don't want the world to see it.
No
like,
one needs to know. Yeah.
Like if I do post her, like I'd make sure like I catch the back
Yeah.
of her
Yeah.
head.
Yeah. Something
You know,
subtle,
low key,
very
keep
subtle.
it low
Yeah.
because it's also too like I believe in the whole evil eye.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
see
For
you
sure.
happy with your
Yep.
partner. It's just like you know. You know what I mean?
100%, man.
So I try to minimize
But
that.
a lot of women don't believe in that.
Evil eye shit?
Yeah, because a lot of them want
To be in, yeah.
They want-
I know,
There is that side.
and I know deep down my girl's like, why you don't post me? Why you
Yeah.
never post me?
Yeah.
But babe, protecting you from the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Social media is the evil place.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Like it's treacherous over there, right?
Yeah.
So but same time, like I understand, like, okay, once in a while it's a you know, it's her birthday. Throw a little post, make her feel special, cool, make her feel appreciated, understandable, but not like as like out there, like yo, you know what I mean? Because once people know too much of your business, then they start judging, and so on. And if you're feeding into that social media content, whatever comments, it's gonna ruin you, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think it's also in your best interest to not look crazy on social media because people are looking at you through social media. So, for example, if you're constantly going in and out of relationships and every person you keep putting on the internet, you look like you're just,
you know what I'm saying?
you look like a bad dater, like a bad person.
Yeah.
You're just popping.
Recycling people.
That's
like,
right.
popping
That's
now
right.
with
You got no quality to you.
No quality, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
almost like, oh, last year you're with this girl, next
Yeah.
year is a new girl. It's like, bro. That's
and I get it, man.
Yeah.
That's kinda
You got to
crazy.
keep them guessing, man.
And then
Keep 'em guessing.
you end up like Tyrese crying.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just asking me for $20,000 a month. You know what I'm saying?
There will be no Tyrese slander.
No, shout out Tyrese.
Yeah.
Tyrese a go, you know?
That's funny, yeah.
That's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
and then people know your business, you know?
Yeah,
It's kind of bizarre, to be honest.
Yeah. It's even I mean I almost kind of do that with real estate too, in a sense. Like I don't post everything about real estate just because I don't want the same thing, evil eye sort of thing. Like if I sold a deal, if I made a deal, I made a deal. Like
I like that
that's me,
perspective.
right? It's like
that.
I did it. I don't need to prove to anybody else. If you want to work with me, you're gonna work with me based on me,
Based
and
on
not
you.
because I closed
Okay, so-
100,000 deals.
So you're selling the personality
That's
versus
right.
the work.
Yeah, versus the work, right? Because I know the work. The work I know like the back of my hand. I can get that done, no problem. You want to get a deal done, we'll do it. But I don't need to prove that I could do that. Like I did 100 million deals, right? Like
True.
To me, that doesn't do anything for me. You know. So when I see other people doing sold, leased, their whole thing is sold, leased, sold, leased.
I know,
It's like
I see that.
how much of it is true at that point, right? So
true.
that's why that's how I look at it from that perspective.
Yeah, it's a different point of view for sure.
Yeah.
Because some people might look at it like, yo, by me posting sold leads is like a trail of my success rate.
Yeah.
Of like how much I can actually sell. Like so come, I'll get your house sold.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
help you find a place.
Yeah.
So it's
I
all
think
perspective.
it goes
Yeah.
back to your personality.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
what you
the
post.
quick fix to that is just you creating a dedicated realtor page. I think
Yeah.
I think maybe because you have everything mingled together.
Yeah.
So then maybe that's why you
Yeah.
have that perspective, but you could easily separate that and that solves the issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been
Okay.
working.
What are some major issues in today's world that affect dating scenes?
Major
Issues.
issues.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes back to social media. I think a lot of issues is that man don't catch on is I feel like there's a pandemic of pretty faces getting away with foolishness. Yo,
Pretty face getting away.
getting away from doing foolishness.
Interesting.
And then it goes back to men, just man being immature and just an array of things. I think also, you mentioned the word transactional. I feel like everything is very transactional.
Yeah.
What do you bring to the table?
Not
What do you do? You're scanning the person versus kind of going from a spiritual level. What the frequency, energy? Do you like this person? Does this person exude a certain energy that is warming to you? So I'm very much into pretty energy.
Pretty
Yeah.
energy. True.
Over pretty faces.
Right. Right.
If it could be a little bit of both. I mean, it could be if the physicality is there plus pretty energy. I think that's the winning combo.
Yeah.
Obviously there's other factors.
Other factors that play
Yeah.
a part. So do you think that like a couple, should it be 50-50 or should it be the man should always pay more than the female?
I feel like the man needs to lead. However, I do feel like the woman needs to contribute financially in some manner because one, it's important that she develops this skill and just to develop making some sort of cash flow, even if it's helping through her husband, because it brings some sort of fulfillment that she needs to experience. Because a lot of time, women, when it doesn't work out, shit's hitting the fan now, and they don't have the skill sets,
or anything,
or the ones that didn't. Even if you went to school, if you don't have real life experiences, so I think she needs to just get in the flow of paying some sort of bill just to feel that nuance to a certain degree. But I do feel like man should be filling
Everything.
majority
man should
of
be leading,
man should be leading from many not just financially but even from leadership, discerning. Yeah.
I think it is definitely transactional though, because
in today's society,
I've like, and even before, like I've always been a firm believer of like it should be more of a business, not business transaction, but just like a transaction. Yeah. So, like, what do you bring to the table? What do I bring to the table? Can our efforts and our skills and our experience align, and can I teach you something and can you teach me something, right? Because that's how you grow. But
this transaction, sorry ladies, but I'm gonna have to go against y'all. This transactional sort of pandemic comes from women because us men, we can date down.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Right?
I get,
Women
yeah.
cannot date down.
They're
not going out here to save
That's
men.
right. That's right.
Right? So they are looking for men who are up and up all the time.
Yeah.
We could see pretty energy, at Tim Hortons and just kind of like vibe with this woman, you know what I mean?
She's cool.
And if she can turn the house into a home,
for sure.
We'll mess with her.
Exactly.
Ain't no, woman who's doing the work going down to Tim Hortons at all.
No, but you'd be surprised. A lot of girls who are like we know that girls make more money. A lot of girls now make more money than guys in whatever the field.
But they're still looking for a guy that's equal or higher than them.
But he was saying that it's almost like an anomaly to meet a good guy who's making amazing money and he has great principles. Yep. So it's hard for them to get a good guy.
Yep.
So
and that's why they stay single.
They stay single, but therefore they go and settle.
Which goes against her nature.
Right.
Women who are, who don't have a partner, even if you become super independent, there'll be a void that needs to be filled, which is companionship. Yeah. She'll never feel whole. Yeah. She needs to have a family. Yeah. I've seen so many independent women making bread, and
there's just something missing.
Yeah, there's just something missing.
Okay, so this leads on to my next question: which gender has the hardest time finding a partner?
I mean, it goes in line with the earlier question. Women do because it's just less quality men.
Really?
Yeah.
Over guys. So you think a guy can just
Yeah, because we're so
I don't know.
immature.
No, you're
we're so
saying-
immature.
Yeah.
We're forever hesitating. We're always just half stepping the entire time. We
Yeah.
want to be outside. We want to party. We want to do this. We want to try different experiences.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
want to make
but-
money. We want to just.
But I feel like
Colombia.
a woman knows
Colombia.
herself. At the end of the day, the woman has the, you know what I'm saying, the one thing that every guy wants.
She has the power.
the P, right?
Yeah.
So a woman can always get a guy like this, and he can make him like her man, like just like this. It's just like you said. It's just a matter of the different outlook of how she's gonna perceive him as. Oh, can I really date this guy? Can he be my husband, or he's just a fling? You know what I'm saying? But I think it's harder for a guy to just find a girl just off the rip, just because it's like.
I think I don't really co-sign that one. I think statistically, there's just far more women, regardless, in
Yeah.
population wise.
true.
It's like
So
7
just
to 1 or
starting there
something
from
like
that mathematics, and then we have
I guess.
parents who are grooming women to become quality people,
Yeah.
right? Men don't have parents pushing us to be quality people.
Not if they're listening to Sexy Red. Shit.
And then I was gonna say, then social media makes these women that their mothers
It's
are
so
teaching
easy
to be
for
quality
men to go astray.
to follow it. Yeah.
We just follow our boys and we go astray.
yeah, yeah,
You follow your boys,
Yeah.
you're going to hell, brother.
yeah.
The crash house.
Crashing out, man.
Man, my Instagram algorithm is sending me to hell, straight to hell,
Straight crash out. Memes.
straight to hell, man. Dark humor,
Damn.
too much of it.
Oh my
That's
god.
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Nah, I mean,
It's subjective, but
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
that it's harder for women to find good man.
quality man.
Yeah.
Good quality man.
Here's a question: is taking a girl to a strip club for a first date a good idea?
Who the hell going to strip? Let me just say this: I am not a fan of strip clubs. I
Hey man, some are.
That's fine. I'm not judging.
Yeah.
I personally do not like to be in a space full with men lusting over one woman or a few women. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm not doing it.
Okay. I
So
mean,
you're
I've
gonna,
done
you're
it.
gonna have to skip me and ask him that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you answer yourself.
Yeah. How do you feel about? Would you be okay to take your girl to a female strip club?
I mean, it depends. Like, if we're not in our own city and we're like, you know, we know that city is like a culture kind of thing. Like, we're in Miami. All right, cool. Let's go to a strip club.
Yeah.
We're in Atlanta. Cool.
Yeah.
We're in Vegas. Cool. But if we're like in Toronto, no,
Yeah,
we're
but-
going to a hookah spot.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it. Like it was kind of a mutual idea too, and
Yeah.
it's not like I didn't go there to be like, oh, look at all these other girls or whatever. It was just an idea, and I was
You
like,
went
let me
there for
try
the
this.
wings.
I was there, they had good nachos.
Went to the strip club for nachos is
They
crazy.
had good
Crazy.
nachos. Yeah.
Zico, that's
Nacho
nuts.
chips.
Nacho chips.
You went to the
man.
strip club for nacho chips.
And you know,
is
it was in
bananas.
Atlanta. ATL. I went to
ATL.
Cheetahs. Cheetahs
Oh.
or Allura or Cheetahs, whatever. It's
Yeah,
got
none of
two
those
names.
spots
or
are
some
around
shit.
anymore.
Actually, talking about different cities, what city has the most prettiest females with the best personalities? Based on your traveling experience.
Can I give multiple answers to this? Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
I think Atlanta has some of the best chocolate women on this planet.
Okay.
Okay. Overall, good, pretty energy. Toronto produces some of the best pretty energy women.
Top tier.
Top tier. But they do need to tone down on the smoking. I feel like
Smoking?
yeah.
But the
Yeah.
grabba spliff.
The all
grabba,
of that.
you said grabba? Yeah.
Grabba, hot grabba.
Gra-
But only
hot.
because it's gonna make y'all crazy, and it's a lot of the females in Toronto. I feel like they're going a little
Cuckoo.
I don't want to use those words, but yeah, they're on the edge.
Me and you both use it.
Cuckoo.
They're on the edge right now. So pretty energy, ladies from Toronto. I think
Stop
it's time
smoking.
that y'all tone it down.
Tone it down.
on the green.
One more city.
One more city. I feel like there's some good honorable mentions. Detroit has a lot of pretty.
Detroit?
Detroit
Detroit,
and
eh?
Philadelphia. I know the Detroit ladies are gonna come and Detroit has a lot of beautiful women, bro. It's
Detroit?
insane.
Really?
Detroit,
Have you
Philadelphia.
been to Detroit?
You're judging. You think when you think of Detroit, you're looking at freaking Eminem and 8 Miles.
No,
and Busta.
I've been.
We're talking about women. We're not talking about houses and
I
Flint.
know.
We're not talking about Flint water, brother.
Okay, maybe that's.
You're thinking about abandoned houses when I say
that's
Detroit.
exactly what I'm
I'm
thinking
talking about outside Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, Philadelphia for sure.
Philly. I
Philly.
would have said Texas. Texas got some pretty.
Texas has
Yeah.
Texas.
You know what? That's not even an honorable mention. Texas definitely has.
It's not an honorable mention.
No, like they're up there in the top
That's what
top
I'm saying.
3.
Houston.
Oh yeah,
like
Houston,
Austin,
Dallas.
like, whew,
Yeah.
some pressure.
Pressure.
Everything is big in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, shit, I thought ladies in Italy were beautiful. They were stunning, man.
Italy was cool.
Because you know why? They were dressed so modest, but yet had like just the
Aura.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what did you call it? Pretty what?
Pretty energy.
Pretty energy, right? They just were, bro. It was beautiful. They didn't have to show their ass. They didn't have to show their bellies or their tits off. Nothing like that. They were all very beautifully dressed. Even some of the guys, right?
The guys,
no
you're looking
gay
at the guys.
No, everyone's dressed
This is
very
the second
nicely,
time.
right?
You're on a
Yeah.
roll right now. The first was the
So-
nachos in the strip club.
Crazy.
Now it's the Italian man.
Right? But it's that type of like energy that
No,
just feels good.
I know what you're saying. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're more like just chill.
Yeah.
Like
They're confident.
they're confident.
Confident.
It's not like here. Everyone wears like their clothing has to have like a brand, a big name.
It has to
tag.
mean something.
Means
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? It's flashy.
Yeah.
It's the Western world. That's
Yeah.
how we dress. Over there, very nonchalant.
Subtle, bro. You would
easy
never know.
sundress,
Yeah,
open
you'd
toe
never know.
sandals.
That's
The way
it.
we look at hustle is very different than the way they look
That's
at
true,
hustle.
Oh, absolutely,
Big time.
absolutely. Like
Yeah.
they're
They're like, hustle, relax.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother, have a-
That's their hustle.
have
is
a glass
relax.
Every day,
wine.
relax.
Yeah, everyday relax.
everyday chill.
Yeah. I didn't know it was real until and I'm sure you experienced it when you went. They closed down like from 1 to 3 o'clock.
Yeah, bro.
I
you
was
go.
like,
Guys
I
go
thought it
have-
was a joke.
They go have a nap and have a glass of wine and
go eat food with their family, come back, take
Eat a
their
biscotti.
time. Yeah, biscotti.
Talking about this, we've been talking a lot of buzzwords. I
Yeah.
think the major one today for this conversation has been crash out.
Crash. You've been saying
You've
crash
been saying
out.
crash out like
I mean,
30
What
times
does it even
today.
mean, crash out?
Crash out, it's just literally means crash out. Like crash out.
Like to crash out like that?
No, I just
However,
decide
this-
like we going all in. Whatever happens, happens.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
like
okay.
suicide. Like,
Okay, yeah,
Like
all
Hail
right.
Mary. Like
Yeah.
Kamikazes.
it's gone. So what makes people crash out in relationships?
It's such an easy answer though. I mean, it's there's no like
Well, we want to know your perspective.
put in time, effort, actually loving the person, right? I think the highest form of emotional expression is love. So when you actually create a bond with someone, which is very rare, right? A lot of times we use pride, we use many emotions and characteristics, whatever personalities, to not make ourselves vulnerable. So once we fall in with someone, for that to be sabotage, it's very painful because it's a very heightened experience. So you may not know how to deal with heartbreak. So
Yeah.
that could lead to crashing out. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Since we're on that topic, do you think, like, what do you guys think about therapy? What do you think? What's your take on therapy, like couples therapy or your therapy? Do you think, have you tried it? Do you think it works if you've tried it?
When it comes to therapy, I have 2 rules. Rule number 1, when it comes to selecting the therapist,
Yeah.
number 1 is, I need to know that they are themselves in a relationship or have been.
Right.
Even if they're divorced, that's fine. but have some formal experience, right? Because
Of
people
therapy.
of
Or just-
actual human
okay. Yeah.
relationship experiences,
Right.
right? Because people can talk theory all day,
Yeah,
right? We
true.
could say the
Right,
best
right,
things we
right,
want
right,
off a
right.
textbook,
Yeah, of course.
right?
of
That's why
course.
it's so easy to just talk to to give your opinion about things, but you
Yeah.
don't understand the nuances.
Yeah.
Then the second thing I would say is actually give frameworks when you are dealing with a couple or even on an individual, and not just allow it to be a space to vent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Venting is important. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
venting is not important, but after the client vents, what frameworks are
Yeah,
you given
what
for this
homework, yeah,
person
yeah.
to ultimately come out of this situation
Yeah,
with
fix.
more tools,
Yeah,
better to navigate their new space that they're going into, and be able to understand, just gain the lessons, the perspectives,
Yeah.
just coming out just sharper from that.
Right.
Yeah, they got to have frameworks, because
Yeah.
I've been in situations where I just felt like I was just venting the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, so you've tried therapy
Oh,
before?
yeah, I have, and I was just venting, but like
Yeah.
there was no real frameworks.
Yeah.
Like of
That's kind of the same thing. Like I have I've never tried therapy. I don't know if I'm open to trying it, but I just feel like
Let me
again,
tell
like,
you why. Let me advocate for
Yeah.
therapy. I would advocate for therapy to anybody, just for the simple fact that you won't have judgmental perspectives from family, right? You start talking about your significant other, that gets parked in their brain, and then when they look at your significant other, the nuances kind of change it. You need
Right.
a clean slate to just express,
Express yourself.
in a non-judgmental. They don't know the parties involved. They have only the therapist has only their experience, some good theory, and they're able to just give you some non-biased approach to dealing with the situation in hand.
I see.
I think also too the reason why you never really like tried it out is because of like cultural, like in our culture,
Yeah.
There's
like,
a lot of taboo. It's
Yeah.
taboo.
Like,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you wanted to go talk to a therapy, go fucking talk to your fucking dad or mom.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
heck,
No,
you know
no,
what I'm
no.
saying?
Yeah.
But
And they have their own taboos, and
Yeah, but
you can't even talk about certain things.
but that's
exactly.
basically what you said. Is that's my problem. Is like I could talk to, let's say I talk to a random guy, right? A random
Mistake,
therapist.
but- oh, okay.
Right?
Actual-
Like that's what I mean. Yeah. Like how am I gonna get the best out of that therapist? You get what I'm saying? Like to help me figure out whether I'm right or I'm wrong, or fix whatever I need to fix.
I think it's the questions they ask you as well, right?
But it's experience though, right? It's based on their like how do I know their experiences are gonna teach me something better?
by having these sessions, you can't not have that outlook going into it.
Yeah, but that's I mean that's where I'm stuck right now.
No.
It's like I don't know.
I think you're better off telling, someone who's non-biased about your situation versus telling someone who's going to be biased when they hear it only from you, like your mom or
Yeah,
your dad.
yeah.
They're already going to be biased.
Yeah.
They're going to side with you most likely. They may try
Yeah.
to defend the other side, but at the end of the day, they're riding with you.
Yeah.
Because there's interest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This person does not have any interest,
Yeah.
but you paying them, and therefore they're gonna just tell you what it is. If anything, they'll make you more upset because
Yeah.
they're putting you on the
Yeah,
spot.
yeah, of
They're not here
course.
to like rub your knee. They're here to
Right,
really
right.
box you.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah, I've never done therapy, but I'm
Yeah.
like, what I
Yeah,
gotta
that's-
vent to what I
That's what
gotta,
I'm saying. Like I'm not mad at anything. Like if something happens, let's talk about it and fix it. Like
Yeah.
apologize. I'll try to make sure to remember next time. If you don't like, the spoon on this side and you like it on this side, I make sure to put the spoon on that side. Right? Like
One of the best advice I came across lately when it comes to relationships is sometimes both parties are really standing on their business, and one side probably has more truth
yes.
to the situation in hand.
True.
But the way to neutralize the situation is to, and this is very difficult to do, but it's a good practice if you could do it, is to literally see how they see it. Like whatever they're telling you, try to
Yes.
experience what they're trying to tell you and how they're feeling.
Right.
But the process of trying to think like them will already soften you. which creates the space to potentially come to common grounds. Because a lot of time we're not trying to think how they think. We are standing on our truth, right? By any means.
Yeah.
But even if that person's point is weak, why are they thinking like that? And try to go through those emotions and.
See, I think that's the hardest part that I'm having to see someone else's point, because it's like when it doesn't make sense to me, it's like, how can I make it make sense if it's not making sense?
But
and they're not explaining
it'll
how
never
to make
sense just for the simple fact that, well, I don't want to say it will never make sense. It'll always be two different outlooks because we have two different natures, right? We're more logical. They're seeing it from more of an emotional side. So we need to go into their emotional side, and she needs to go into the logic side and just kind of see. But just that process of trying to see will neutralize the situation and just be able to be more, human to one another. That's the main thing. How do we become more human to one another? Because we can stand on business all day, right? Right? No, that's for real. Like, man can stand on business and she can stand on business. You're not getting the box, right? Like, she'll just go there, right? So
you're not getting a dick. Fuck you and fuck your box.
Oh, man.
Crazy, dog.
I got a box over here. Cardboard.
That's number 3.
That's number 3. 3 strikes, you're out.
Damn it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta stand on business, but like he's saying, try to put yourself out of your emotion and put yourself in someone else's shoes, how they feel and how they,
Again, that it sounds so cliche and almost kind of.
It sounds cliche,
but like if you actually try to do it,
it can neutralize.
And it's a tough practice to do, but
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah. So have you adapted that throughout your self experiences with like having those
not even from a relationship standpoint. Like, even if I know someone's so stupid or saying some dumb shit, like, why are they like? What's their perspective of this at this point?
Why are they saying that?
We definitely just need to be more human at times and understand that condemning people based off of what you know, because you didn't know what you know before. So we're just all on this human experience.
Yeah.
I kind of look at it like this. Imagine it's not even imagine, it's actually happening right now. We're all 7 billion people right now having various human experiences together.
Right.
Imagine 100 years later, let's say in the afterlife, and we meet all these people here, and we're like, we all of a sudden the connecting point was like, yo, we were together at 100 years ago, we would be thinking like that. We were not going to be thinking about these little petty differences. We would be thinking about, we were all together at one time. Remember when Drake and Kendrick went in and out?
Think about the good memories.
About the times
the good times.
Yeah, with just of being alive at that moment.
I get
the
what
human
you're
experience at that point.
At that point,
kind of deep, but I get deep sometimes.
That's deep. I ain't gonna lie, you just
there's layers, there's levels to this.
That's what therapy is, though. It makes you think deeper, right? And get the meaning of whatever it is you're trying to achieve.
Man. Crazy. I think it's a beautiful thing, man, to see other people's perspective and understand how they think, and it's hard to put yourself out of your own logical reasons. You know?
Especially again back to what we started with, which was social media. Social media makes it even harder because anyone can just jump on the comments and just say some stuff, but you're there's no real human. Like, if you've met this person that you're about to go off on, just understand a little bit. You wouldn't type this.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
But that speaks to your personality, though. Like, you're, all of us are
I feel like a lot of people who bring negativity, specifically the viewers who bring negativity, is you are trying to feel better about your own situation.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Or so what I mean by that is, let's say your situation, you're not where you want to be, and you see someone who's popular,
and they're doing something good for themselves, or maybe even doing something bad. You're judging your bad versus their bad, and you think you're better by commenting this point. Right? But it's just that you guys we're living similar lives. It's just I'm publicized, and you're probably doing the same thing, or you come from that mess, right? I've heard that saying that of, like, for instance, if someone owes you money and it doesn't pay you back, right?
Chop their legs off.
No, that's crazy.
Just kidding.
More like if they're doing it to you, it has been done to them.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've heard that, and I think that applies a lot to now in my life when someone does some weird shit to me, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
That's been done to them.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing this to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I can see that. Yeah.
I kind of like just accept it. And
Yeah.
kind of.
I'm gonna now that's gonna be stuck in my head too. Now, like I'm gonna be start seeing that.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, because life. I mean, everyone's just really projecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Projecting their experiences on one another, projecting their lack ofs, they're projecting when they're doing good, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
that's that's the human experience.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
whole lot
yeah.
of projecting going
Yeah.
on.
What are some of the inspiring public figures that resonate well with you in life in general, in terms of their ideologies?
I think we can all gain things from an array of people. I've gained things from, you know, the Gandhis to the rapper Nas to
Sick.
Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali, music artists, janitors. You know, everyone comes with different outlooks. Yeah, I've never had an idol, I would say, where like this is the person that I go for inspiration or anything like that. I think life is about just there's a lot of good and positive happening in our human experience, and it's, you know, it's about discerning and filtering out the noise and what resonates with you, and taking these experiences that you like, these lessons, the wisdom, and applying it. And this can come from multiple people, starting from your mom, your parents, your dad, uncles. So yeah, it's just an array of people.
Yeah. So I know probably going a different direction here, but I know you're always been into music.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
playlists are crazy. What's your top 3 artists right now that you listen to the most?
Top 3.
Yeah.
Number one favorite artist of this generation for me is Rod Wave.
Okay.
Rod
yeah.
Wave.
Yeah.
Rod Wave is
okay.
my
That's
favorite
crazy.
artist of this generation. Thames is
Yeah.
also number 2.
Thames.
I would have gave it to Tory Lanez, but he crashed out.
He
Crashed out, man. Tory is. I love Tory too, man.
I would have definitely put him
Crash
in the
out,
three.
Tory.
But you know,
Free Tory.
shout out to Toronto, Tory
Yeah.
Lanez, just for the simple fact that even though he is locked up, it appears that he's doing a lot of good things in there, with the inmates, and he's still pushing out the music. And that's what life is, right? You sometimes you setbacks, and you
Yeah.
gotta just
Roll with the punches.
make a pivot
Yeah.
and do your best. And he's cemented, in terms of art, the art space.
His art space.
Yeah, so
Those are your top 3.
I heard
from this generation,
I
yeah.
heard Rod Wave make people like sad and shit.
What do you mean her?
Like his music is like depressing
So, but it's
and
funny
sad
because
and shit.
Rod Wave has been like in a bunch of people's top 3, top 5.
Really?
Yeah, everybody that like I come across are like, yo,
I like
Rod Wave. I love Rod
but
Wave. I'm
like,
like,
it's
love
crazy.
Rod
For
Wave.
Yeah.
for your top 3, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, but
But
let
you
me
said
tell you
this
why.
generation,
But
though,
let me
right?
tell you why it is. I'm not just saying that because it's hip to say that.
yeah.
This 3D space, this reality experience that we have in, the nature of this space is struggle. Literally, the moment you're born, you're struggling to breathe. You know,
Trying to walk.
yeah, you're just struggling the entire time. A lot of, and it's been designed this way so that we can gain whatever lessons we need to learn, and essentially evolve. But this realm is designed for struggle. And because we're all struggling constantly, his music really resonates
Gotcha.
to the masses, right? There's a lot of struggle going
Yeah,
on
yeah.
in different ways.
Yeah.
Right? Not just financially, but like, maybe your brother got murdered, or you lost a baby, you lost a parent,
everyone can
or you
relate.
lost a
There's-
job,
yeah.
or something bad happened to you, car accidents. We're just, so that this realm is designed for struggle because
Yeah.
it really creates the environment for your soul to really evolve.
Yeah.
Evolve,
Right?
yeah.
It's the perfect space right here for all that.
So you say his music kind of
Yeah, it
spotlight
symbolizes
on the struggle.
which is the nature of this realm. right? Like even if you look at it, even the birth of hip hop was more. It was about uplifting and coping with. Brenda has a baby. Tupac, all that. Nas, all these guys talk about that.
The birth of hip hop was all about breakdancing, wearing jackets like this.
Yeah, but it quickly shifted to. It quickly shifted. Even even hustling is struggling,
Mama
right?
say knock you out.
Even hustling is a struggle.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Like,
of course.
If it was up to us, man, we'd be just chilling on an island, just
like the Europeans, just chilling,
just everyday relax.
Taking a break.
Having a glass of vino.
Espresso.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love the perspective, man. You seem a man who've applied a lot of these lessons that you've learned in your life, and
still at it.
It's an everyday hustle.
Yeah. You know what? One perspective I want to share that I think is important is I want to talk specifically to, potential upcoming fathers, to existing dads, in terms of a lesson that I've gained as a father.
Don't have any more kids.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
One of the most beautiful things about having a kid or having children is you get to live a second childhood that's more conscious.
Yes.
So when you are going to be a father, don't leave, right? Because you get to redo. Maybe your dad was missing. Yeah. You get to relive it. Right? Even if you had a bad childhood, you can make it up again. You get to vicariously live through your kids. But even better, you're more conscious about it. You're going to remember, because they're not going to remember that much. They'll have like little quick moments about it. But they're not going to remember it like you do. So do your best, even if the baby moms is acting up, to really be present, especially if you came from a rough childhood. This is your time. This is your second childhood to really, relive it and redo it. And you're going to remember it. And you'll get to remind your kids about this.
In the future, I like that perspective. That's
so,
a cool perspective.
do not, fathers, do not leave.
Yeah.
Be in your children's life. End that cycle, because if your dad wasn't there, don't do it again. Just for that simple fact that you get a chance to redo it again and be aware of the situation.
Shit, I was all this time thinking of running away, man. And she got pregnant. No joking.
Hey, man, you can be out. You can be with your kid 9 a.m. watching Peppa Pig. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if we'll be watching Peppa Pig, but we'll be 9 a.m. in the gym, 9 a.m. doing taekwondo or something. Something fun.
And it's not even about just the fun moments. Let's say your daughter is crying in the bathroom and you don't know why, but you did that too.
Yeah.
But now you get to see
and understand.
Just be aware of why she's crying. She's clueless about why she's crying. Maybe because the bubbles is not high enough or something like that. But just knowing the reason why, you get to know why you probably cried at one point that you're not aware of.
Yeah. Because they are mini yous, so they kind of are what you did. You're right. Like what you used to do when you were a kid, right? That's cool. That's a good perspective.
Yeah, I love that.
I like that.
That's a good perspective.
Yeah, I just wanted to encourage, parenthood, fatherhood, for us to continue to just be there and show up, because it's our time to shine, really.
It is.
Really.
When's your first kid?
I can't predict that, man. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather, man.
That's true.
Plan a pretty big wedding.
Yeah.
With the $1 million friends.
Yeah. The Richdiet wedding.
Richdiet, right?
We have a tip jar on the walk-in.
Is there a guest list that gets in free?
No, we're gonna have a whole bottle service, this, there.
Yeah.
No, I'm messing around. You're gonna have therapies. Yeah, man. All jokes aside, man, thank you so much for coming by, for shedding light, sharing perspective.
Yeah.
Dropping some gems.
Yep.
Really learned a lot, and I'm sure the viewers could,
I appreciate y'all. If you stayed to this part of the podcast, appreciate it. Follow me on,
of course,
Everyday Hustle, social media. My personal Instagram is like Adam Won't Lose, and appreciate the support.
Yeah, don't forget the beard oil.
Yeah, available on Amazon.
All the men out there, if you
Walmart
got a beard, get one.
Walmart,
Walmart.
Yeah.
Man, this guy's done everywhere.
Yeah, just got into Walmart Canada, so I need some support around the Walmart Canada. Y'all tap in.
Go get the beard pencil if you got some patches in your beard.
Yeah. About to relaunch my YouTube channel. Took a 2-month hiatus, but back with just
Some content, some new
the
exciting
hustle,
content.
the struggle,
That's
the
awesome,
hustle,
man.
the parenthood.
Yeah.
Love to see it, man.
Yeah.
Love
We'll
to see
continue seeing the
progress.
success. Yeah, exactly. We keep
Love it, man.
watching. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm your host, Aaron Bills.
Zico, you already know.
Till next time, peace and love. We out.
Peace.